Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, or welcome if you are new here. I'm the odd one, and today we have...
Hi, I'm Morty, and I'm tech support.
We are shooting outside, so sorry if you hear cars or planes. It is a pretty nice day today, so there are planes flying and checking out the surroundings.
Actually, I just read an article. What's going on today in our hometown? They're having the icebreaker come out. So what we're hearing is the police helicopter watching, making sure nobody's on our ice floes on our bay line here. But yeah, I definitely want to take the puppy for a walk because they got a big old icebreaker out there.
Oh god, yeah, that we definitely have to go see that. Well, this is setting. Speaking of, well, this is setting. What we're doing today, hopefully you can hear me, what we're doing today is we're going to be attempting to make our own silicone molds.
It fell out of the caulking gun as I picked it up.
We're going to be trying to make our own silicone molds for our resin art, because that would be like way cheaper if we can get this to work.
Yeah, considering the professional silicone resin molds are like $40 for not a lot. So it's worse than resin costs.
Looking for things to make with resin on Pinterest. But yeah, I was looking just for Pinterest art, for resin art, and I came across you can make your own molds. So I've got the silicone. This is 100% silicone.
That's the big thing. It has to be 100% silicone from everything we've read up and watched of. There's been a few. Put it in YouTube, and usually the top 3 people are there for a reason. But yeah, that's what we used. I don't have any direct references for the links, but yeah, we've referenced a few. You guys are spot on. You all say the same thing.
Yeah, I'll put the Pinterest post down in the description below as well. But yeah, so we've got the 100% silicone. We have a tub of cold water, and it's going to stay cold because we're outside and there's still snow everywhere. We have blue Dawn soap, which some articles say any blue soap, but Dawn's the only one I know that's blue.
And any of the ones I read, most of them are used Dawn.
Yeah, they specifically say Dawn. And then I went around the house trying to find little things that like I may want to try to mold, and if they get ruined, not a terrible loss.
I'm not sawing off screen.
So while he's sawing, I'll show you what we got here.
Okay, while she was showing you guys that,
Yeah.
oh, they don't really need to see my beautiful face. I don't know how well. Where's the camera?
If you get something dark, there you go.
There's a little metal thing in there that you got to puncture. What? Which is kind of neat because this one comes with one attached. Go on, eh?
Well, he's doing that. I'm going to load the water up with the Dawn. Now, everything I've read says there's not really measurements to it, but you want the water to be like a good blue and have like a slimy consistency to it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to... Oh, it's coming out the back.
Okay, I didn't break the seal.
So that's about how much soap I've used, if that's any reference for you so far.
Now, once we add this, what are you looking for it to become? Like, how are you looking for it? How's the videos or reading material describe what it should get like?
You want it to kind of, it's going to go in all stringy, and you want it to become kind of malleable, not quite as like hard as Play-Doh, but Play-Doh-esque, yeah.
Consistency of Play-Doh? Oh, I'm hitting that with a hammer to get it off. Yeah, I think that's the dead stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's...
Alright, we might not have as much to play with here. Alright. So we just want to kind of just keep kneading it like it's dough. Squish it down flat, fold it over. You want the soap to get on everything so that it doesn't turn into caulking. I'm going to put down some picnic table cloth. I don't know why I couldn't figure that out. And let's lay this out. So I think it's at good consistency here. I'm just going to put some of the soap water on the surface so that the silicone doesn't try to adhere to it. go. My chop might turn out better than
Oh, cool. You did Machop?
Pikachu. Yeah.
One of my favorite Pokemon.
I know. That's why I chose him out of the stuff, because you said that. All right, so we're going to let those sit and set. I'm going to just try leaving them outside because I figure none of the articles I've read have said anything about temperature it has to set out. So I figure it's cold outside. It wanted to be in cold water. We'll just leave it outside. Okay, so it's been roughly 45 minutes, and I will show you what they look like now. I don't have the highest hopes right now, because I think I should have waited for the silicone to get a little harder, start developing a little bit more before I put things in it, because you'll see with the Pikachu one, it's basically just like fallen off of it. So as you can see, it started to kind of glob over it, which isn't ideal. Like, you can see how much this one's expanded into that one. These ones might work, anything that's sunk into it. Pikachu, I've got like very little hope for. I mean, I'm pretty sure his whole ear is out. And then Machop's doing better, but not the best. I'm going to see if I can fold some of this up onto them. But yeah, this is like the 45-minute update. Okay, so it is the next morning. The stuff was not softening up outside. Brought it inside, hoping that maybe overnight. I don't want it to soften, I want it to harden. It wasn't hardening outside in the cold, so I brought it in for the night. Gave it heat, thought maybe heat would make it harden. It's still not hardened. This is the mess that we're left with. Anyway, it's still sticky. It's not like running anywhere. Also, if you can hear dripping, obviously I'm outside again. You're going to hear cars. Everything's melting right now, so there is just water dripping everywhere. But yeah. So yeah, if I touch this, it just gets stuck to my fingers. So I'm going to try to pull out some of the pieces that were just there. Not like the ones that I tried to make 3D. Some of the flat pieces, we'll see if we can get those out easily. If not, realistically, I'm just throwing this all back in the soapy water and seeing what happens. Because at this point, it's just a throw it in the air and see what happens kind of thing. Now it's just experimenting. I had to put a block of wood beside the Pikachu because it just kept like oozing into one flat lump. And it did seem to like to take to that. Like, it's still squishy, but it was a little more stuck. Okay, where do I think I went wrong? Let's talk about that. Try to help you guys. Should you try this? So, first off, I think I was supposed to leave it in the cold water a lot longer for the first time to start letting it harden in the water. That way, when I pressed out those rounds, they'd have a better chance of my items not sinking through, because all my items had sunk through to the picnic table cloth. So even had they hardened and worked out, it wouldn't have been right. I would have been putting the resin right onto whatever surface was underneath. So that's the first thing that I think I did wrong, was not leaving it in the cold soapy water long enough to, I think they call it catalyze more. have a reaction with the water and start hardening in there, so that it was more pliable for me. At that point, had I left it in longer too, I would have been able to squeeze out some of the water a little more, whereas taking it out right away, when I went to squeeze it, I was just squeezing the silicone right through my fingers, so it was maintaining any water it had in it, which didn't help with it kind of just oozing on the surfaces that I was putting it on. I tried, like I said earlier, I tried leaving it outside in the cold for a while to cure. It wasn't doing anything. I'd keep building up on top of the things I was trying to make 3D, and I'd come back out and it was a flat puddle of silicone. What else did I do that I think I did wrong anyway? Maybe this is just a bad thing to follow. Oh, one thing I did catch on to pretty quickly was always make sure you dip your hands in the soapy water before touching it, because that makes it fun to squeeze and play with. If you don't soapy water your hands, it does just get all stuck to you. I forgot for a second there at the end, and I had to take my ring off and clear all the silicone out of it. But yeah, overall, this was just a fail. But I mean, any learning experience isn't a fail, right? You take from it, you try something different, take a different path, find a different Pinterest post. But yeah, unfortunately, guys, no results for you today, and I am going to have to clean up the items that I put in, because you can tell, like, on the actual items that it was starting to set on them, but unfortunately the mold as a whole wasn't setting, and I don't think it would have. I'm going to leave that ball of silicone in the cold water outside and periodically check on it, and maybe I will try again with it, because I don't think it was the silicone or the soapy water. I think I had enough soap in it. It turned into the blue water like they said. I felt the sliminess on my hands, which is what you were supposed to be looking for. I think where I messed up was, once again, not letting the silicone cure enough in the water before attempting to mold it. So if you take any away from that, that's what I think I did wrong. I can't confirm or deny that's what I did wrong or right. So yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like this is like a terrible conclusion to a video, but you live and you learn, right? And I'm going to keep trying with it, and hopefully one day I can show you guys the homemade silicone molds I made. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you took something from this, and I'm going to go try to clean off those trinkets, because I need to get in their nooks and crannies with something a little sharper and smaller. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye!